Hello everyone and welcome to the Rift. Today we have a bunch of new cards. That's right, it's reveal season and we are getting a ton of new cards to look at and to play with. There's a lot to talk about today, so let's just jump right into it. But first, if you want to stay up to date with card reveals, then you'd better make sure to subscribe. And if you're enjoying the content, then make sure to like this video. And if you want to start playing Riftbound right now, then you can, using the resources provided in the video description. Alright, we got some good ones today. Our first one is Karma. This is a yellow champion unit for 6 energy and a power. She's got 6 might and she has vision. Also, when you recycle one or more cards, buff a friendly unit. That's pretty nice. She doesn't really have that much use right now. Set is the deck that is going to make the most use out of this card, but in set you don't really have much vision or ways to recycle. This really only gets its own buff, and that's probably it, and you have to recycle the card to get the buff when you play this and use its vision. So if you want to keep the card and get the buff, then too bad. You can only do one of those things. I think this card might see some play in set right now, but as soon as you get anything better, it's probably just gonna get cut. If there's ever a blue-yellow deck that features both the vision and buff mechanics, then this card could be pretty good, but we don't have a deck like that yet, so outside of set, yeah, this really just doesn't do anything. It's still a good card though, I'd say. It has a lot of potential for the future, but right now I don't really see this card getting much use. Next one is Forge of the Future. It's a yellow gear that costs 2 energy. When you play this, play a 1 might recruit token into your base. Also, you can kill this card to recycle up to 4 cards from trashes. That's your opponent's trash or yours. That's an interesting effect. It's the first type of graveyard hate that we've gotten in this game. Yellow having access to a way of getting cards out of your opponent's trash is pretty nice. You can get rid of cards like Rocket or Phoenix, which is a decent effect. Usually, Jinx isn't gonna let you get a Rocket with this because they're just gonna keep it in their hand most of the time. And Phoenix is kind of free anyway, so you don't really care that much about it getting put back into your deck. I think this card is okay. It's probably useful in some matchups to some degree, but if you have better cards to side deck against those matchups, then you probably won't play this. And as far as main deck potential goes, this card really doesn't do anything in the main deck right now. It's pretty much only useful for getting things out of your opponent's trash. The recruit token is nice, but it doesn't really matter that much. You're not playing this card for that. So yeah, interesting card, very unique effect so far. We're probably going to get more graveyard hate and ways of getting things out of trash in the future, but for now, it's nice to have the effect. It will mean that graveyard focused or trash focused decks are going to be very much hard countered by yellow in the future, so I'm interested to see how they're going to design around this card, knowing that you can just yoink 4 cards from your opponent's trash for 2 energy. I really have a hard time seeing trash based strategies working because this card exists. You would have to put things in trash and get them out immediately to play around this card. If you're passing your turn with stuff in trash waiting to use it next turn, I wouldn't expect it to stick around. So yeah, very interestingly designed card. Kind of just hard counters trash-based strategies, but we'll see how they choose to design them in the future. And if they even do, they might not. Who knows? The next card is a battlefield. It's the Candlelit Sanctum. When you conquer here, look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You may recycle one or both of them and put the ones you don't back in any order on top of the deck. Pretty nice effect. It's just some card selection and filtering for decks that need to find specific cards, or just decks that are inconsistent in general, like set. Pretty nice little filtering effect to have. You can also have some other synergies, like with Karma or with Nocturne. If you see Nocturne off of this, you can just play him. That's a super high roll though, and extremely unlikely to happen, but hey, you never know. Once in a blue moon, you're gonna get a Nocturne off of this, and it's gonna feel pretty good. Yeah, just a small consistency booster for any deck that really wants it. With some nice incidental synergies. Not too crazy of a card, just kind of nice to have. The next card is a little bit crazy. It's Qiyana. This is an orange champion unit for 4 energy into power. She's got 4 might, so a decent rate for her cost. She's got deflect, and when she conquers, either draw 1 or channel 1 exhausted. That's a pretty nice effect to have. Orange is really hurting on draw power. Set has basically 0 draw, so this is really nice to have. Volibear also basically has 0 draw, so that's nice to have as well. Misfortune also wants to play this card. Yeah, I think you just throw 3, maybe 2 of this into pretty much every orange deck. Depending on how much draw power you already have access to, it's just a decent unit. If your deck draws a decent amount, just play 2. If you need some draw power, then play 3. Yeah, really good card. Like 95% of the time, you're going to be choosing the draw, because drawing cards is just so good, especially in orange, which doesn't have much draw. But if you need to channel the rune for next turn, then it's an option as well. It's nice to have as a backup. Yeah, really good turn 2 play, decent unit, good ability, good effect. Just an overall great card. It's nice that orange is getting some draw power. It really needed it. Next up is Pit Rookie. This is a 2-drop with 2 might. Nice that we're getting more 2-drops. We really need more of those. She's orange, and when you play her, you buff another friendly unit. That's really good in Set. Set really needs ways of buffing Set, and all of the other stuff that he wants to buff too. Yeah, just good card. You don't really want to play it down turn 1. You kind of want to keep it in your hand for later, but if you have to, then it's an option as well. Yeah, just decently statted unit. I think you just play this in some orange decks instead of Cythria, because I think it's just strictly better in some decks. Yeah, just a nice card to have. Solid 2-drop. We definitely need more of those. Alright, that's all we have for today. I'll be posting a ton more videos on card reveals in the future, as well as live streaming gameplay and my live reactions to new cards, all throughout the course of reveal season. So if you want to keep up to date with new card reveals, then you'd better hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you want to start playing Riftbound, you can do so right now with the links in the video description. Alright, that's about all I wanted to say today. Take care.